And it is time now for the Muletrain News Program for this Friday, December the 19th, 2014, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
Charlene Trotter, 80, of Muleshoe, the wife of Raymond Trotter, died at the Parkview Nursing Care Center in hospice care. She was born Charlene Bass at her maternal grandparents' Miss E.T. Phillips farm home near Littlefield on October the 31st, 1934. Her parents were Henry and Ruth Bass. She is survived by her husband Raymond of the home in Muleshoe. Also, her 3 children, Leanne Gallman of Muleshoe, Susan Kirby of Bovina, and Scotty Farley of Clovis. One sister is Jonelle Wilkerson of Clovis, and 2 brothers also. Gerald Bass of Broomfield, New Mexico, and Terry Bass of Aurora, Colorado. 9 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren also mourn the passing of Charlene Trotter of Muleshoe. Please remember all of this family in your prayers. The Bass family lived at Needmore as Charlene was growing up, and she went first to Baileyboro to school, and then her freshman and sophomore years she came into town to go to school in Muleshoe High School. The family then moved to Greenwood, Arkansas, and she graduated there from high school in 1952 and met Roy Farley. They were married July the 1st, 1952, there in Greenwood, and he was in the Air Force at the time, so they were stationed in Ardmore, Oklahoma, Memphis, Tennessee, and Fairbanks, Alaska, before moving in 1956 to the west, 3 miles west of Clay's Corner, where they reared their 3 children. She was very active for 40 years in the Lasbuddy Methodist Church, where she worked with the youth in many different ways. She also was a member of the First United Methodist Church of Muleshoe and extremely faithful in her attendance, and also belonged to the Monday morning Bible study of the church. She had been a 4-H leader, and she was definitely a faithful listener of Channel 6. Charlene Farley Trotter, 80 years of age.
Funeral service for Filiberto Derma Jr., 24 of Lasbuddy, is scheduled for 11 o'clock Monday morning, December the 22nd, at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church here in Muleshoe, with Father Leo officiating. Rosary will be at 7 p.m. Sunday evening, December 21st, at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel. Burial will be in the Lasbuddy Cemetery. Filiberto died on December the 17th, which was Wednesday, in Lubbock. He was born March 18, 1990, in Lubbock, to Filiberto and Maria del Carmen Galvez Derma. Filiberto was a lifelong member of the Lasbuddy community. He was preceded in death by his father. He is survived by his mother, Maria del Carmen Nunez of Lasbuddy, 2 sisters, Erica Nunez and her husband, Gustavo of Muleshoe, Fabiola Nunez of Lasbuddy, and his grandmother, Juana Galvez of Lasbuddy, and a brother, Alfredo Chavera of Lasbuddy. Memorials and online condolences can be made at Ellis Funeral Home's website, www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, funeral service for Filiberto Derma Jr., 24 of Lasbuddy, is scheduled for 11 o'clock Monday morning, December the 22nd, at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church here in Muleshoe, with Father Leo officiating. Rosary will be 7 o'clock Sunday evening at Ellis Funeral Home Chapel here in Muleshoe. Please keep the family of Filiberto Derma on your prayer list today.
Muleshoe was well represented on the Canadian Wildcats football team that won the state 2A Division I title on Thursday at Cowboy Stadium in Arlington. Cameron Copley, grandson of Don Copley and nephew of Travis Copley, both of Muleshoe, was the wide receiver and defensive back for Canadian. And Tanner Schaefer, great-nephew of Stanley and Patricia Wilson, James and Diane Brown, and Marilyn Nichols, all of Muleshoe, and Pete and Marita Thompson of Enochs, was the quarterback and free safety for Canadian. He is the farmer Jan Wilson of Muleshoe's grandson. Tanner is only a junior, and Cameron is only a sophomore. So they'll have some great boys with Muleshoe roots to return to the Canadian team next year. Cameron, by the way, is the son of Andy Copley, and Andy Copley, formerly of Muleshoe, who grew up here, is the basketball coach at Canadian. Cameron helped turn the football game around for Canadian when in the third quarter he recovered a fumble. At halftime, the score had been Canadian 14, Mason 7, and Canadian went on to beat Mason 34-7 and won their third state title. Canadians' team ended their season this year 15-0 with the help of Muleshoe, represented on the Canadian Wildcats state football team in 2A Division I. Isn't that tremendous? Also, we want to add someone else to our list of holiday greetings and Merry Christmas wishes from Lasting Impressions and Sarah Santos. We received over the past 24 hours, ending at 7 o'clock on Friday morning, about 3/100ths of an inch of rain. The low on Friday morning was 36 degrees, Jack Reynolds tells us as he read at 7 o'clock the National Weather Service thermometer here at Channel 6. And now 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, brings you the Jingle Bell edition of the weather forecast for Earth, Amherst, Sudan, Muleshoe, and our entire vicinity.
Faster internet speeds at the same price through 5 Area. If you notice that your internet is faster, as they have recently increased speeds without increasing the price. If you're at 384K, you now have 768K. 1 meg is now 2 meg, and 3 meg is now 4 meg. If you're in town on the fiber network, there are higher upload speeds available now as well. Call for more information. 5 Area telephone 806-272-5533. Some restrictions apply due to location. That's faster internet speeds at the same price through 5 Area telephone. Call for more information. 806-272-5533. Of course, over the overnight here in the Muleshoe area, we received a trace of rain, about 3/100ths of an inch of rain, and no more rain chances in the forecast here in the short term for the Muleshoe area. But this Friday afternoon, the Weather Service out of Lubbock calls for mostly sunny day for the Muleshoe area, high near 50 degrees, west winds around 5 miles per hour. Patchy freezing fog after midnight tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 23 and calm winds. Patchy freezing fog before 9 a.m. Saturday morning, mostly sunny, high near 54, southwest winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Then partly cloudy Saturday night, low around 27. Sunny on Sunday, high near 57. Mostly clear Sunday night, low around 33. Mostly sunny on Monday afternoon, high near 61 degrees, partly cloudy Monday night, low around 30. Then Tuesday, sunny, high near 52. Tuesday night, mostly clear, low around 31. And repeating our forecast for this Friday, mostly sunny, high near 50 degrees. West winds around 5 miles per hour, then patchy freezing fog possible after midnight. partly cloudy. Tonight with a low around 23, calm winds around 5 miles per hour, then patchy freezing fog before 9 a.m. on Saturday. Mostly sunny tomorrow. On Saturday, high near 54. Partly cloudy Saturday night, low around 27. 5-area telephone, West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this edition of the weather.
The Muleshoe schools dismissed at noon today for the Christmas New Year holidays. School will resume in Muleshoe school system on Monday morning, January the 5th. Of course, there were a lot of Christmas parties during the morning in the elementary schools in Muleshoe. And we'll be back with more of the Jingle Bells edition of the Muletrain News in just one moment.
The other day I was going through some of my mother's handwritten recipes, and it occurred to me, with all the email and text messaging, it is refreshing to read something handwritten, especially a family recipe from Mom. Hello, I'm Victor Leal, owner of Leal's Mexican Restaurant. As I see it, since 1957, my mom's personal signature has been placed on each delicious plate. Whether you order our perfectly seasoned enchiladas or simply prefer our Leal's tortilla chips and great tasting salsa, maybe it's our juicy, generous portion of beef or chicken fajitas. Whatever you like on your plate, you will enjoy one of many Leal's family recipes. As a son, I promised my mom to keep our family recipes cooking in our kitchen. And as a restaurant owner, I promise you, our guest, we'll serve our plates fresh and full of flavor. Come see us. We're just off I-40 in Georgia. Leal's, home to my mom's special family recipes and more since 1957.
And right here in Muleshoe, you can enjoy the original Leal's, 1010 West American Boulevard. And Victor and Debbie Leal say make sure to come and eat with them as they've recently remodeled the restaurant. See the beautiful new interior at Leal's Mexican Restaurant, 1010 West American Boulevard since 1957.
And Leal's Mexican Food Restaurant wishes you a very Merry Christmas, and they will be closed both all day on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day next Wednesday and Thursday, and will reopen on Friday. Of course, they're open now at Leal's in Muleshoe.
First Bank proudly announces First Bank Online, www.fbmuleshoe.com. Transfer funds easily between accounts, make loan payments, view current and previous statement activity, pay bills online with Bill Pay, banking anytime with 24/7 access. Call or come by the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 202 South 1st Street, or call 806-272-4515. The First Bank proudly announces First Bank Online, www.fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank is member FDIC. The 12 Days of Christmas sale continues now at K&K Pharmacy, 1411 West American Boulevard, where you can get 20% off products each day during the 12 Days of Christmas sale through December the 23rd. Today, on Friday, December 19th, get 20% off Natural Creations products. On Monday, December 22nd, K&K Compounding Pharmacy hand lotions and chapsticks. And then Tuesday, December 23rd, all get 20% off all Incrediwear products. That's going on now at the 12 Days of Christmas sale at K&K Pharmacy. And don't forget, they have their Angel Tree where you can give and put donations on their Angel Tree. And for every $10 they collect, K&K Pharmacy will match it. And this will provide healthy, nutritious meals to our local seniors through our Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program. The Angel Tree now at K&K Pharmacy, 1411 West American Boulevard.
Please can remember in your prayers all of these many families who are grieving at this Christmas season. The family of Domingo Ramos, 83, of Muleshoe, whose funeral mass was held here on Thursday at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church. The family of Wilma Lee Eubanks of Earth, whose funeral was held at First Baptist Church in Earth on Friday afternoon. Also, the family of Zachary Smith, 20 years of age, of Albuquerque, formerly of Clovis, Muleshoe, and Sudan. He died on Tuesday morning at 4:15 after many years of fighting brain cancer. Zachary was a typical child growing up, but that all changed on December the 20th, 2010. When he was only 16 years old, he was diagnosed with a high-risk stage 4 brain cancer. He was sent to Albuquerque for treatment, and that's where he had his first surgery and started treatment for 4 months of radiation and 6 weeks of chemo. He stayed there with his mother, Deborah Pugh Smith, who formerly lived here in Muleshoe. His grandfather is Mike Pugh of Muleshoe. After the treatment, Zachary Smith and his family went home for 2 weeks to Clovis, and he ended up having to go to Houston for 6 months for a stem cell and bone marrow transplant. They returned home to Clovis in 2011, and 3 months later, on October the 23rd, he was baptized there. And then 3 months later, on January 26, 2012, he miraculously was blessed with full remission. However, the remission was short-lived. He had been fighting cancer, it seemed like, most of his young life. He was courageous, selfless, respectful, thoughtful, and a sincere young man. Please remember Zachary Smith's family all in your prayers. His mother, Deborah Pugh Smith, his grandfather, Mike Pugh, his grandfather, Mike Pugh, and his grandmother, Sherry Pugh of Clovis, formerly of Muleshoe. His local relatives are Billy Durbin, Michael Durbin, Caitlin and Stephen Durbin of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe, and, of course, Billy and Michael Durbin live here in Muleshoe still. Also, continue to remember during this Christmas season the family of Twyla Farrell Stowe Bryan, 86 years of age, who was reared here in Muleshoe. Twyla Farrell, the daughter of the late Mr. and Mrs. C.R. Farrell. She was a person of faith, a mother to 3, a wife to 2 United Methodist bishops, a choir and Christian education director, and she loved to golf. She had, to her credit, 2 holes in one. And Twyla Bryan will be remembered for her great faith, integrity, creativity, charm, and grace. Twyla's life was complemented by the hands of God through her church work, her volunteer work in music, mission, teaching, and as a devoted mother, wife, and friend. Up to her last day, she was busy keeping up on such social issues, donating to missions, and also being interested in the world around her and her family and friends. She was one of 10 children of Mr. and Mrs. C.R. Farrell of Muleshoe. She graduated from Muleshoe High School and then went on to Texas Tech, where she got a degree in music. She married Bishop William McFerrin Stowe in 1943. He died in 1988. Together they had their 3 children, Twyla and Martha and Bill. And then she married in 1992 Bishop Monk Bryan, and he died in 2011. They celebrated the life of Twyla Farrell Stowe Bryan last Saturday in the sanctuary of the Highland Park United Methodist Church in Dallas, where she lived. In lieu of flowers, they asked that memorials be sent in her name to the Wesley Rankin Community Center or to the Victory Meadow Youth Development Foundation or to your favorite Methodist mission. We have been recording several elementary programs down at Dillman Elementary School for the Christmas season. The second grade annual Christmas program, and also Mrs. Joanne Nick's kindergarten classes Christmas program. And you can see them online as well as on the air, courtesy of these merchants of Muleshoe. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. H&R Block, 5 area telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, Lowe's Marketplace of Muleshoe, McDonald's in Muleshoe, Farmers Insurance Group, and Julie DeBruin. Evolve, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, Randall Field CPA Firm, Precure Electric, the Muleshoe State Bank, Muleshoe Valley Incorporated, Muleshoe Housing Authority, the new Muleshoe Animal Clinic, and Muleshoe Vet Supply and Lab, MB Express, now open in Muleshoe and Sudan, Leal's Tortilla Factory, K&K Pharmacy, Irrigation Pumps and Power Incorporated, Hereford Feed Ingredients, and Dale Oil Company. Only because of these Muleshoe merchants we are able to broadcast these programs. Also, Gil Robert, what else do we have rotating on our screen as well as on the line?
We have our new Sweetheart program of Rosemary Rangel, and we will have in the next day or so our annual Christmas video that will feature Christmas lights from all over town, decorations as well. The Muleshoe Chamber Christmas Parade, you'll be able to see that entire parade in our Christmas video. And as well, we filmed in a neighborhood in South Lubbock some beautiful Christmas decorations this past weekend, and that will be in there as well.
And what are some of the other stories that are online?
Make sure to look on our Facebook and Twitter feeds as we put up this morning. The Clovis News Journal did a story with Justin Bosler about the common crane that was spotted out at the Muleshoe National Wildlife Refuge, and also another story from the Gilmer Mirror that has some information about this new crane in the state of Texas spotted here in the Muleshoe area during November.
At the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center, they are open until Christmas, and they will be closed on Christmas Day and the day after, next week on Thursday and Friday, the 25th and 26th. We'll be back with more Muletrain in just a jiffy. Please stay tuned.
Get 15% off store-wide at The Closet here in Muleshoe, 230 South Main Street. Get ready for Christmas with Sabina Schilling at The Closet. 15% off store-wide, all non-sale items. They have great stocking stuffers like cell phone bags, scarves, new jewelry, earrings, Lola Blue purses, as well as fleece-lined leggings and more. Their sale rack is now marked down to 75% off at The Closet here in Muleshoe, 230 South Main Street. Get ready for Christmas with Sabina Schilling at The Closet. MB Express is now open in Sudan, 704 East Highway 84 in Sudan. Their phone number is 806-227-2326. Of course, they're open here in Muleshoe, 328 Main Street, 806-272-3176. They're open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. at Mexican Burrito Express, now in their second location in Sudan, 704 East Highway 84, 806-227-2326, and here in Muleshoe at 328 Main Street, 806-272-3176.
At the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe, on this Sunday, they will have their regular morning worship service at 11, and you can see that here on Channel 6 beginning at 1 o'clock by video, and also the sermon by Dr. Stacy Connor will go online on Sunday afternoon as well as the First United Methodist Church at 11. They have a service, and the Reverend Mindy McClanahan's sermon will be online, and that will be on Sunday afternoon. And also the audio part of the worship service is live at 11 o'clock here on Reach Broadband Channel 6. And then at the Calvary Baptist Church, the Reverend Jeff Kaufman, a new granddaddy, will have the sermon, and that service is heard every afternoon at 2 o'clock on Sundays. And also, Brother Kaufman's sermon is online. At the top of our website, you can click on those tabs to get those sermons, and also they rotate here on Reach Broadband Channel 6 every Sunday afternoon and all day on Monday. At the First Baptist Church, they're going to have special services on Sunday evening beginning at 5 o'clock with a Christmas memorial service in the fellowship hall of the church, and then their candlelight service will be in the sanctuary of the church, and that will be at 6 o'clock on Sunday evening. Remember in your prayers, please, Laverne Smire, Bo Birdwell, Alma Burton, Gwen Gulker, Leona Harris, Leela Sue King, G.R. Lassiter, Mina Guillen, who has been moved now to rehab floor at Covenant Medical Center in Lubbock after suffering a severe stroke last month. Also remember in your prayers always Aline Bright and Carolyn and Buck Johnson and Augustine Martinez and Laurinette Mason, and also Mary Metter and her husband Adrian, J.C. Joy Nichols, Eugene and Mildred Redwine, Kirby and Mary Janice Brantley. In our bargain basement, we have for sale a futon bed. It's a twin size. Call 806-272-4659. That's for sale, a twin size futon bed. Call 806-4659. Found a small dog. It's very cute, and it is definitely someone's dog. It has an orange collar on. Probably it's a wired-haired terrier, brown and black. It's been at the home of Frankie Carpenter over a week at 322 East Chicago. If this is your dog, please call 806-946-8178, Frankie Carpenter. And it's probably about the size of a small Chihuahua. Dana Rempe asked that we remember her mother-in-law, former resident of Muleshoe, in our prayers, and she is not doing well at all at this time. Robert, is she in a nursing home now? What? The Caroline. Yes, she's in the Caroline now. And so please remember all of the Rempe family in your prayers as they see to their mother and grandmother. And Dana asked us to please remember her in our prayers. Also, Samantha Reyna, who was over the past weekend in a wreck out on U.S. Highway 84. Please remember Samantha Reyna and all of her family in your prayers. Now, next week at the Muleshoe Area Public Library before Christmas, they're going to show movies. And the movie on the morning of Monday, December the 22nd, will be for Dillman and DeShazo aged children with their parents. And it's going to be at 10:30, and it will be The Toy That Saved Christmas. Then that afternoon on Monday the 22nd, they will have Ring the Bell shown, and this is at 2 o'clock for junior high, high school, and adult ages. Then on Tuesday morning next week at 10:30, The Happy Elf will be shown for DeShazo and Dillman and their parents. And at 2, it will be The Little Red Wagon, and that is for junior high, high school, and adults. These movies will be shown on Monday and Tuesday at the Muleshoe Area Public Library. They will not have any on Christmas Eve, the 24th. They will be closed the 25th and 26th at the Muleshoe Area Public Library. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a jiffy.
H&R Block here in Muleshoe, where they wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Is your refund impacted by the Affordable Care Act? You can find out on Thursday, January the 8th here in Muleshoe at H&R Block, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. No charge, no appointment necessary. Come in to speak with their tax experts who will help you understand if and how the Affordable Care Act could impact your taxes. That's Thursday, January the 8th, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. at H&R Block right here in Muleshoe, 104 East Avenue C. See Kay Wiseman or any of her staff. You can call 806-272-3332. That's Thursday, January 8th. Find out how the Affordable Care Act can impact your taxes, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. at H&R Block right here in Muleshoe. The swing bed program is available now at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 708 South 1st Street, for the patient who is no longer in need of acute medical care but is not yet comfortable functioning independently at home. It's for rehab following major surgery such as knee or hip replacement, diabetes, cancer, CHF, stroke recovery, pain management, amputations, and more. The Muleshoe Area Medical Center now offering their swing bed program. Call for more information, 806-272-4524.
One of the lovely Christmas traditions in our community is the Christmas Eve service at the First United Methodist Church of Muleshoe at 507 West 2nd, which everyone in our community, our area, and all those who are visiting here on Christmas Eve are invited to. The service will start this Christmas Eve next Wednesday at 6 o'clock at the church, and they will have a lovely evening of remembering the true reason we celebrate Christmas, the birth of a Savior, the Messiah, your best friend. There will also be a time of open communion for everyone, and every person is certainly welcome, the Reverend Mindy McClanahan says, and all of the members of the First United Methodist Church want you come and join us for this lovely tradition, the candlelight Christmas Eve service next Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock at the First United Methodist Church of Muleshoe, 507 West 2nd. Prayer line. Marlene McDonald of Lasbuddy has been dismissed from the hospital, and she is in Levelland with her daughter Connie, recuperating from her back surgery. Lynn Campbell is at home here in Muleshoe, also recuperating from her back surgery. Remember the family of Raymond Gonzalez, formerly of Muleshoe. His children, Selena Graves and Sergio Gonzalez, were both reared here. The family of Epifanio Hernandez, 87, of Muleshoe, whose funeral was held Monday morning at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church of Muleshoe. He formerly owned El Huasteco Cafe in Muleshoe. And it would be really nice if you remember Jack in your prayers, because he is on oxygen right now all the time and having a really hard time after our tumbleweed seizure last Sunday here in Muleshoe when the wind blew tremendously, and also the tumbleweeds did roll. The family of Marquita Adamson of Amarillo, formerly of Muleshoe, also remains in our prayers.
Don't forget that you're invited to join Stephen DeMint, financial advisor with Edward Jones, and branch office administrator Dana Rimpey at 104 West 2nd Street next week on Monday, December the 22nd from 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. They're going to have their Christmas open house with cookies, punch, and holiday treats provided by Edward Jones here in Muleshoe. Join them as they celebrate the holidays. Stephen DeMint, financial advisor here in Muleshoe, along with Dana Rimpey, 104 West 2nd Street, Monday, December the 22nd, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., their annual holiday open house at 104 West 2nd Street here in Muleshoe.
Stephen Benton and his wife, Paula, and their family certainly are in our prayers. Steve Benton of Muleshoe is in Heart Hospital in Lubbock. Also, little Hannah Simmons and all of her family remain in our prayers always. And Jana Brown Finke, daughter of Diane and James Brown. Judy Lambert at Crown Point in rehab after her stroke earlier this month. And the family of Alta Louise Dupay, who died on December the 2nd in Lubbock. Well, it's just about time for us to go on the Muletrain News. Get up there, Little Red. Come on, Corina. Hiya, Arbutus, Andalay, Monkey Paw, Rudolph, Julia Gray, Isla, and Olay.
Muletrain, clippity clopping over hill and plain. Seems as how they never stop. Clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity, 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 clippity clopping along. There's a plug of tobacco for a rancher in Corona, a guitar for a cowboy way out in Arizona, a dress of calico for a pretty Navajo. Get along, you, get along. Muletrain, ha, ha.
And the Muletrain News program for today has been brought to you by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can find the last 10 Mule Trains on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link, the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. We'll hear from a steady-handed dentist in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6 as well as muleshoetv.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. They're celebrating 75 years of rural electrification through 5-area telephone here in Muleshoe. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, I hope that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas program with Tumbleweed Smith.
When Robert Henry Johnson graduated from Baylor Dental School, he set up a practice in Big Spring.
They need a dentist real bad in this area, so that's why I happened to settle in Big Spring. And it turned out wonderful, and I met some wonderful people.
After 15 years, he moved home to Brownwood and set up a dental practice there. He also had a pecan orchard and a pecan store in Goldthwaite.
My wife ran the store, and I ran the pecan orchard. And a nursery business, we'd sell like 60,000 trees a year. It was a very delightful deal and a wonderful experience. We shipped pecans all over the world. Open every day, 7 days a week during pecan season. People after years would come every year to the same store to buy or send for their gifts, for Christmas gifts. And so we started the Christmas shipping in this area. Now there's a jillion stores, but we started it here years ago.
You had a dental practice all the time you had the pecans?
Practiced dentistry the whole time. I'd work all day and then go down at night and run pecans. And I'd stock the store and my wife would go down the next day and my son and her would run the store the next day. And so consequently, but it gets old after you do that so many years. After about 25 years, I said, I need to slow down and play golf or something. I can't hunt birds. I can't do anything but work.
He sold the pecan business, and now, in addition to his dentistry, he raises livestock.
I have 170 registered Angus, and I got 500 sheep. I got the place south of town and 3 little places in Goldthwaite. And I play golf 3 days a week if possible on the afternoons. I'm going to be off the scene. I play golf, and I'll play on Friday afternoon and Saturday morning.
He also goes to football games to watch his grandsons play.
One played ball for TCU, and he caught the touchdown pass in the Rose Bowl. And Grandpa and Grandma were there, and we weren't supposed to win, but TCU did win, and now he's a senior at SMU Law School and going to go into oil and gas.
Robert is 82 now, and really had no idea he would still be doing dentistry in his 80s.
No, I didn't visualize that. I thought that I wouldn't, but I enjoy it so. I just really still keep working. As long as those hands are like that and I'm real steady and I've got perfect eyesight and I enjoy what I do, that's what makes life wonderful. I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it and enjoy it. Most of my friends are dead that quit working.
Dr. Robert Henry Johnson of Brownwood. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Time now for the market report, brought to you today by Stephen Dement, financial advisor, right here in Muleshoe with Edward Jones. 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. He and branch office administrator Dana Rempe invite you to their Christmas open house on Monday, December the 22nd, right here in Muleshoe at 104 West 2nd Street. From 11 a.m. until 3 p.m., they'll have cookies, punch, lots of treats. Come and celebrate the holidays and enjoy it with them in their Christmas open house at Edward Jones, 104 West 2nd Street, Monday, December the 22nd, 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. The market report was recorded this Friday, December the 19th at 1 p.m. U.S. stocks are little changed today after the Federal Reserve's most recent policy statement sparked the best two-day run for equity markets in 3 years. Earlier this week, Fed Chair Janet Yellen announced that policymakers are likely to hold key rates near zero at least through the first quarter. Even as the U.S. economy strengthens, U.S. Treasury prices are higher for the first time in 3 days as yields at the highest levels in more than a week attracted investors. So far this morning in the S&P 500, the best performing sector is basic materials. The worst performing sector is utilities. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 16.95 to 17,795.10. The S&P's 500 index is up 3.69 to 2,064.92. The NASDAQ Composite Index is up 11.28 to 4,759.68. This morning, volume on the New York Stock Exchange is high, with about 596.34 million shares traded. Advancers and decliners were evenly matched on the day. In commodity markets, the spot price of gold is down 62 cents to $1,198.11. The spot price of silver is up 13 cents to $16.01, and crude oil prices are up $1.99 to $56.10. In the bond markets, the 30-year Treasury yield is currently 2.80%, and the 10-year Treasury yield is 2.19%. In some stocks of area interest, Bank of America Corporation is up 0.11 to 17.64. General Electric is up 0.31 to 25.45. Oracle Corporation is up 0.45 to 45.80. Ford is up 0.17 to 14.98. Pfizer Incorporated is down 0.01 to 31.95, and Verizon Communications is down 0.16 to 46.89. The market report has been brought to you today by Stephen Dement, financial advisor, right here in Muleshoe with Edward Jones, member SIPC. He's located at 104 West 2nd Street. Stephen and branch office administrator Dana Rempe invite you to their Christmas open house on Monday, December the 22nd, from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. right here in Muleshoe in their offices for cookies, punch, and treats. 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. on Monday, 104 West 2nd Street here in Muleshoe.